Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's episode of Morte. Tonight, the iPad won't fall down, hopefully. I might even get rid of I got rid of the glare on it. Excellent. Tonight we join Sir Lamorak and Sir Tristram in the rugged wilds of Wales. She's done a good fun. So welcome everyone. I hope you're in the mood for some fine smiting indeed. My phone never goes off, but now it's gone off. That never happens. I apologise. Hello Roger, hello, how are you? Hello everyone. Hello Julie, hello Jackson and Queen. Hello April. Come in guys, welcome! Well, we'll give it another couple of minutes before we start the smiting Queen, but the smiting is definitely on its way tonight over no less a beauty than Queen Guenever herself, over whom tonight's hot, bloody metal action will be. So I'm in the good mood for it. I hope you guys all had a cracking weekend. I've had a great weekend. I'm feeling nice and refreshed. Good to be back here. Smiting, well, Roger, I advise that you talk to a doctor first, but if your blood pressure can stand it, I do recommend you stick around for tonight's show. Indeed, sometimes the smiting gets too much for me, at which point in time my hair cunningly just falls down over my eyes, protecting me from all kinds of sights that I might rather not see. Hair is good like that. So we get another couple of minutes and then we'll get into tonight. I'm just going to jump over to I put this on my laptop as well, just because that way we can make sure if Periscope decides to cut out any comments and stop showing them, at least I can still keep getting them, which is the important thing, because that way I know that you guys are all here. I can say hello Penguin, hello, how are you Penguin? I haven't seen you in a while. And hello April, how are you all this fine evening? Thank you Penguin, thank you. I think these lovely folk are already following me, as they are very kind, and indeed I was right, Periscope has taken away your lovely comments, but that's why I've got the laptop open so I can watch it on there at the same time and I can see you guys, so I miss you too Penguin, and I'm very glad you're here for tonight's show. So I think that without much further ado, shall we get into tonight's tale, ladies and gents? So what? What did I miss something there, Queen? Did I miss something? That was. Have words been said when I was switching over from one thing to the other? I get confused. Right. Yes. That is what Penguin's bio says. Okay, so you guys just threw me for six. I got very confused. Why, thank you, Penguin. Well, I'm glad. Let's hang out tonight then, as we go into tonight's episode of Morte. So, hello Avery, hello, come in. Welcome. Tonight we tell the tale of Sir Tristram, who is beloved of the married Queen Isolde of Cornwall, and even though she is Sir Tristram's true love, he, when he was caught in the bed of the Queen, had to flee the land of Cornwall to Brittany to escape the sword of Isolde's husband, King Mark. And there in the land of Brittany, did he now fall in love with Isolde of Brittany for a very brief time, forgetting about his true love over in Cornwall, and it was only upon his wedding night that he remembered the fact that he was truly in love with Isolde of Cornwall. And at that point, he could go no further with his love of Isolde of Brittany. At that point, he burned with desire for her. word reached England that Sir Tristram had left the Queen Isolde of Cornwall for Isolde of Brittany. Lancelot, chief amongst the knights, the most loversome. Is loversome a word? Let's go for loversome. The best lover in all the realm, Sir Lancelot, was furious to find out that Sir Tristram had dared to run off with another woman. He swore that if ever Tristram set his foot in the kingdom of England again, then Lancelot would have his head. And yet, Tristram has begged Lancelot for forgiveness, saying he did not know what he did, and his true love is indeed Isolde of Cornwall. And when Queen Isolde of Cornwall found this out, she entreated with Tristram, asked him to come over from Brittany to sail into the land of England, and there to come and meet with her in a court. And so as not to arouse the anger of King Mark, Tristram came over from Brittany to England, bearing with him his squire, his brother-in-law, and his unconsummated wife, Isolde of Brittany. But not even reaching England, their ship was blown off course. They headed up the English coast towards Wales, and there they landed not far from Cardigan Bay. And there, facing the forests of Wales, did Tristram sense adventure in the air, and he sent on his wife down to Cornwall while he headed off into the forest of Wales, seeking adventure. He has already met with Sir Lamorak in that forest, and he and Sir Lamorak have fought, neither one winning, and at the end of that battle, then did Sir Tristram and Sir Lamorak swear that they would never face off against him again. Then, as they were recovering from that, Sir Palomides, the questing knight, quested to forever chase down the questing beast that once came across King Arthur, came racing through the forest, and there did he knock down Tristram, did he knock down Lamorak, and pursued onwards without ever stopping to complain. And then, in departing from Sir Tristram, did Sir Lamorak come across Sir Meliagance, and there did Sir Meliagance, I tried that one, didn't I? Sir Meliagance, there did Sir Meliagance complain of his love of Queen Guenever. And Sir Lamorak, knowing that Lancelot was owed to him, then did Sir Lamorak come and stand in the way of Sir Meliagance, who claimed that he would face off against Sir Lancelot in bloody combat, deciding that he would face down this would-be assassin who would kill Lancelot to gain the love of Queen Guenever. And right so, as they stood talking thus, Sir Lamorak was aware that Sir Lancelot came riding towards them from the forest. Then did Sir Lamorak ask Sir Lancelot if there was anything that he might do for him in these marches. "No," said Sir Lancelot, "not at this time, I thank you." Then either departed from each other, and Sir Lamorak rode again there as he left the two knights, and then he found them hidden in the leaved wood. "Fie on you," said Sir Lamorak, "false cowards! Pity and shame it is that any of you should take the high order of knighthood." And so Sir Lamorak departed from them, and within a while he met with Sir Meliagance. And then Sir Lamorak asked him why he loved Queen Guenever so much. "For I was not far from you when you made your complaint by the chapel," he said. "Is that true?" said Sir Maleagant. Then I abide by it. I love Queen Guenever. What will you do with it? I will prove and make that she is the fairest lady and the most of beauty in the world. As to that, said Sir Lamorak, I say no thereto, for it's Queen Morgause of Orkney, mother to Sir Gawain and his father, who is the fairest queen, and lady that beareth the life. That's not so, said Sir Maleagant, and that will I prove with my hands upon thy body. Will you so? Said Sir Lamorak, and in a better quarrel keep I not to fight. And then they departed from each other in great wrath, each one thinking that their own lady is the true beauty of the realm. And then they came together as if it had been thunder between them, and either smote each other so sore that their horses fell backward to the earth. Then they rolled, avoiding their horses, dressed their shields, drew their swords, and hurtled together, as wild boars do. And thus they fought for a long while. For Maleagant was a good man, and of great might. But Sir Lamorak was hard big for him, and put him always aback. But either had wounded each other sore. And as they stood thus, fighting, by fortune came Sir Lancelot and Sir Bloberus, who were riding. Then did Sir Lancelot ride between them, and asked them for what cause they fought together. As you are both knights of King Arthur, what is this? Sir Maleagant, I shall tell you for what cause we do this battle. I praised my Queen Guenever, and said she was the fairest lady of all the world, and Sir Lamorak said no thereto. For he said that Queen Morgause of Orkney was fairer than she, and more of a beauty. Ah, Sir Lamorak, why do you say this? It is not your part to dispraise thy princess, that thou art under their obedience, and so are we all. And therefore he lit on foot and said, for this quarrel, make yourself ready. For I am Sir Lancelot, and I will prove to you all that Queen Guenever is the fairest lady and the most beautiful in all the world. Sir, said Lamorak, I am loath to have ado with you in this quarrel, for every man thinks his own lady is fairest, surely. And though I praise the lady that I love most, you should not be wroth, for though my lady Guenever be fairest in your eye, know you well that Queen Morgause of Orkney is fairest in mine eye, and so every knight thinks his own lady fairest. And know you well, you sir, that you are the man in the world, except Sir Tristram, that I am most loathest to have ado with. But if you think that you must fight with me, I shall endure you for as long as I may. Then spoke Sir Bloberus, who said, my lord Lancelot, I wish you never so misadvised as you are now. For Sir Lamorak saith you but reason and knightly. For I warn you, I have a lady, and methinks that she is the fairest lady of all the world. Why, there's a great reason that you should be wroth with me for such language. And well you know that Sir Lamorak is as noble a knight as I know, and he hath aught you and us ever good will, and therefore I pray you, be good friends both. Then Sir Lamorak said unto... Then Sir Lancelot said unto Sir Lamorak, I pray you, forgive me my evil wishes, and if I was misadvised, I will amend it. Sir, I've lost my place again. I'm doing awfully with this section. Sir, said Sir Lamorak, that amends is soon made between you and I. And so Sir Lancelot and Sir Blowbris departed, and Sir Meliagant and Sir Lamorak took their horses, and each one departed from each other. And within a while came King Arthur, who met with Sir Lamorak, and jousted with him. And there did King Arthur smite down Sir Lamorak, and wounded him sore with a spear, and so rode from him. Wherefore Sir Lamorak was wrath that he would not fight with him on foot, although Sir Lamorak did not know that he'd fended off against King Arthur. There we go, halfway through tonight's tale, ladies and gents. Halfway through this tale as we go and see just what happens when good old Lancelot faces off against Sir Lamorak. Sir Lamorak defending the honour of Queen Morgause of Orkney in the face of two men who vastly admired the beauty of Queen Guenever. But now we leave of this tale and speak again of Sir Tristram, that as he rode he met with Sir Kay, the seneschal. And there Sir Kay asked Sir Tristram of what country he was from. He answered that he was of the country of Cornwall. It may well be, said Sir Kay, for yet have I heard I never that ever a good knight came out of Cornwall. That's evil spoken, said Sir Tristram. Now, if it please you, tell me your name, for I require you to do so. Sir, know you well, said Sir Kay, that my name is Sir Kay the Seneschal. Is that your name? Said Sir Tristram. Now know you well that you are named the most shamefullest knight of your tongue that is now living. However, you are called a good knight, and yet one who is unfortunate and quick to overrun your tongue. And thus they rode together till they came to a bridge. And there was a knight who would not let them pass till one of them had jousted with him. And so that night he jousted with Sir Kay, and there that knight gave Sir Kay a fall. His name was Sir Tor. He was Sir Lamorak's half-brother. And then those two rode to their lodging, and there they found Sir Brandiel, and Sir Tor came thither anon after. And as they sat at supper, these four knights, three of them spoke all shame by Cornish knights. Sir Tristram heard all that they said, and he said but little, but he thought the more, but at that time he discovered not his name. Upon the morn Sir Tristram took his horse, and abode them upon their way. And there Sir Brandiel offered to joust with Sir Tristram, and Sir Tristram smote him down, horse and all, to the earth. Then did Sir Tor a feast of a sure encounter against Sir Tristram. And there did Sir Tristram smite him down, and then still rode on his way. Sir Kay followed him, and he would not have of his fellowship. Then Sir Brandiel came to Sir Kay and said, I would know what is that knight's name. Come on with me, Sir Kay, and we shall pray him to tell us his name. I'm glad you like my hair, Avery. I didn't catch that first comment there, but I'm glad you like the hair. Come on with me, said Sir Kay, and we shall pray him to tell us his name. So they rode together till they came nigh to him. Then they were where he was sat by a well, and he put off his helm to drink at that well. When he saw them come, he laced on his helm lightly, took his horse, and offered to joust. No, said Sir Brandil, we've jousted late enough with you. We come not in that intent. For this, we come to require you of knighthood to tell us your name. My fair knights, since that is your desire, and to please you, know that my name is Sir Tristram de Lyon, nephew unto King Mark of Cornwall. In good time, Sir Brandil, and well be you founded, and know that we are right glad to have found you, and we are of a fellowship that would be right glad of your company. For you are the knight in the world that the noble fellowship of the Round Table most desires to have the company of. God thank them, said Sir Tristram, of their great goodness. But as yet I feel that I am unable to be of their fellowship, for I was never yet of such deeds of worthiness to be in the company of such as you. Ah, said Sir Kay, and you be Sir Tristram de Lyon, you are the man called now most of prowess, except perhaps Sir Lancelot the Lake, for he bears not the life Christian nor heathen that can find such another knight to speak of his prowess, and of his hands, and of his truth withal. For yet could there never a creature say of him dishonour, and make it good. And thus they talked a great while, and when they departed, either unto each other's, it seemed that they were friends. Here we go, rumours of Sir Tristram's great prowess in battle is spreading. The knights of the Round Table want him to join them. Even Lancelot, it seems, has now forgiven Tristram of his earlier, how should we put this, betrayal of Isolde. And tomorrow night, ladies and gents, tomorrow night, as if none of this was enough, tomorrow night, well, two things will happen. First, Sir Tristram will save the life of King Arthur when it is put in perilous danger, and the second is, at long last, Sir Tristram will be reunited with Queen Isolde of Cornwall. Ladies and gents, how does that sound for an epic Tuesday? Lancelot and Queen Isolde of Cornwall all in one go. I cannot wait. Always seems that Monday's the quieter episode, then Tuesday kicks around and Mallory just ramps up the tempo in these tales and brings us the good stuff. So, whew. Don't consume tomorrow's episode with medication. It's going to be big, and I can't wait. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming to share this with me tonight. It's been great to have you all here. It's great to see you after a long weekend. I hope you've all had a wonderful one. I can't see everybody who's watching the show right now. Danny, epic is not the word. Epic doesn't even begin to cover it. Well, that's good, Queen. That's good. That's how it's meant to go. And you're welcome, Karen. You're very welcome. You're meant to keep this thing. It's meant to keep you up all night wondering just how I'll articulate the saving of good old good old King Arthur. So big thanks to Queen and Jackson and Julie and Candyman and Danny and Julie and Roger and Jay and Karen. Thank you so much for coming tonight, guys. Tomorrow will be smite-tastic, not just in the sword department, but also in the heart department, for love will be blooming in the air once again. Which is good, because I get excited by all that good stuff, as you know by now, ladies and gents. Oh yes, Queen, that's what we're in for. Roger, smiting is incredibly exhausting. It's also very exhilarating. All good fun with this. I enjoy it massively. But yeah, please join me again tomorrow, guys, as we go and do this in more detail. I'm going to do some more coming up later tonight. In a couple of minutes' time, I am going to be, by special request, reading the poems of Christopher Marlowe, whom some think might have even written some of Shakespeare's plays. I don't think he wrote any of Shakespeare's plays, but he was a gifted playwright and he was a gifted poet as well. So a Marlowe will be rolling off the tongue in a couple of minutes. Oh, Danny, don't tempt me. Could you imagine a smiting workout? You know, sort of me stood in chainmail, holding a sword, and forward and up and forward and up. Oh, it would be, I think it would be a sellout. Certainly for all the ladies out there, because what you could have is me at the front and then a variety of hunky male knights sort of stood at the background, all repeating my works, you know, sort of lifting a variety of instruments, perhaps actually having to jump over a physical horse instead of just a gym horse. I think that could very quickly become absolutely the #1 Christmas gift. We could break the internet with something like that. Never mind Kim Kardashian's bottom. Nights working out. I think there's a market there. I'd buy it too, Julia. The doctor will be on hand, Roger, just in case it's all too much for anyone. A doctor will be on hand. Anyway, I'm going to close down this scope, guys, because I'm going to load up the second scope of the evening as we go and get into Poetry Live. I've got my poems with me right now, so there won't be an interlude. Marlowe's here. I'm going to bring this one down. See you guys in the next scope in a minute or so as we go into Marlowe, and I can't wait. Thank you so much for coming tonight, guys. You put a massive smile on my face. See you very, very shortly.